What's up everyone, it's Tyranitartube and welcome back to another Pokemon concept coverage video. Today's episode is going to be the first one branching out from just covering possible Hoenn Megas, as other generations have Mega Pokemon confirmed to feature in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. And what better way to start it off than with Jynx? Now I know what you're thinking, and while I thought Jynx should get an evolution before a Mega Evolution, there have been a few things that have changed my mind. The main reason why Pokemon fans think Jynx should evolve first is because of how it looked like part of a trio along with Electabuzz and Magmar, but if you look more into it, it's actually a duo excluding Jynx, which is why Magmar and Electabuzz obtained evolutions in Generation 4, leaving Jynx behind. So Jynx doesn't necessarily have to evolve again to redeem itself by going back on par with Electivire and Magmortar. And then there's the trademark speculation. Months before X and Y's release, a list of re-registered trademarks were leaked containing the names of every Mega Pokemon found in X and Y, along with Jynx, Plusle, Minun, Kyogre, Groudon, and Rayquaza. I'll save the rest of those names for a future video, but Jynx being on that list surprises me, and I almost feel like Mega Jynx was supposed to be featured in X and Y, but was scrapped and saved for Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. And that's where we are today. I have a real good feeling that Jynx will be Mega evolving in these upcoming games and tapping into its full potential. Now, Jynx is actually one of those Pokemon that can be really good, but also really bad. Its great offensive typing is an Ice and Psychic type, in combination with its high speed and special attack can pose a huge threat to teams, and with its Dry Skin ability, it can switch in on water types and gain the upper hand. It's also known for its low accuracy but very annoying move, Lovely Kiss, which can turn Jynx into a pain in the butt to take down, unless you're a physical attacker. Jynx's physical defense and HP is extremely low, so while Jynx can pose a threat to some teams, it can be fairly easy to counter with the average team. If Jynx were to Mega Evolve, it needs to get an overall buff, not only to deal heavier blows, but to also be able to hang in there. It should get a large boost to its special attack, as well as a smaller boost to its defense, special defense, and speed. This would ultimately make it a slightly bulkier but weaker version of Mega Alakazam, but with Jynx's stats, these stat buffs seem like what's best for it. The most popular abilities for Mega Jynx are Dry Skin, Refrigerate, and Snow Warning. Dry Skin, its original hidden ability, actually proved to be very helpful to Jynx, allowing it to switch in on water attacks. Refrigerate would give it more potential to a larger variety of Jynx's ice attacks, like Hyper Voice, which breaks through substitutes and deals a huge amount of damage, Echoed Voice that deals more and more damage every turn, or other attacks that just have good secondary effects. And Snow Warning would be a great ability for play overall. It'll damage the opponent every turn, breaking possible focus sashes, maximize Blizzard's accuracy, as well as a few smaller things. There's only so much a Mega Evolution can do to Jynx, but if used correctly, it can prove to be a solid threat. Here's a fan design for how Mega Jynx could look. You may have seen this image before, as it was a popular fake scan of a Jynx evolution before the release of X and Y. Being much slimmer with that psychic feel, it looks like a Pokemon that would become much faster while remaining frail, but I actually like the design. This next design is a slightly different take at a possible Mega Jynx. Unlike the first design, it maintains a lot of its features just with small variations, and it works well because it looks like it would gain more bulk and offensive power. And finally, this last design is my personal favorite, mainly because of how realistic of a Mega it is. It looks much faster, much more powerful, and finally looks like a part Ice type. I can just imagine Jynx Mega evolving into this thing in game, and I'm hoping that Mega Jynx does look something like this. But these are just my opinions. Let me know your thoughts on Mega Jynx in the comments below, and feel free to leave a like if you enjoyed the video. There is a ton of Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire content to come, so be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out. If you missed the recent gameplay analysis on Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire gameplay, go ahead and check out the video on the left. You can also hit the subscribe button if you want to be notified each time I upload a video.